Oh, and we are live.
Hi,
Hello, everyone.
hello everyone. Here we
How
are.
are you?
Join
How
us in the
Ciao
comments.
Antonia.
Let's
Ciao
start.
Anna.
Hello.
Where are you joining from?
So
And
yeah, today is a very special day. As you can see, we have a new
new background.
new colors.
We
Here.
have a new background here.
Exactly. Today is an important day, but let's start from our hosts today are Bulkina, Francesco Comito, and me, Antonia Comito. Let's start from there. In our STEM activity, we did a lot of research, a lot of networking, and we are always in contact with different musicians, different colleagues, and we understood with our experience that there is something that musicians in general lack. And we started to create a new project to find a solution. We discovered that how is important of having an entrepreneurial mindset for musicians is something that it's really crucial for our days as artists. And here we are. Francesco worked on a new project, which is a new ebook that we want to present today with you.
Absolutely. Here, as you can read, is written the harmony of wealth, the entrepreneurial musician's path to prosperity. But what does it mean? That's a very, very, very important question.
Today we would like to give you a little bit insight of this ebook. Note that Francesco is willing to share this ebook for free with anyone who to express the wish to have it. So just direct message to Salon or to Francesco, and he will share this ebook with you. It's not very long. It's like less than 30 pages, but in that ebook he was trying to, in a very compressed way, he was trying to put some hints and information for you, at least to start with. So
Yeah. The point is, why do you want to read this book? Because maybe you, as a musician, you are starting to ask yourself some question. What I'm gonna do with my career? You maybe realize that there is something, different from what you thought. For example, that easy to find a job or find concerts, that easy to make money playing music, or maybe you always thought that it's impossible to make money and make a living with music, and you accepted it. So if you start to question this thing, there is this ebook that, it's very easy to read. I will not explain everything in the ebook, because of course this is just the beginning of your journey. But you can start. Oh, here we have
Daria,
from our dear friend Daria. How are you?
yeah, thank you for joining us for
Really,
this
thank you.
live show. Stay with us.
So you started to question things, but you don't know where to start. With this ebook, at least you will start to understand new aspects of the musical world.
New perspectives.
Exactly. For example, let's talk about the first chapters. For example, we have the first one is.
One second, Francesco. Let's talk about the main keywords. What we are analyzing in these ebooks. For example, how vital is personal branding for musicians?
Exactly.
How vital is digital marketing? Then personal branding, digital marketing, and then networking.
Absolutely.
And then
Yeah,
the
we will just give us a little insight for each chapter. Let's greet Diego. He's saying hello from South America. Hello, Diego.
Ciao,
Wow.
Diego.
Thank you for joining us
Hello.
today.
So the first chapter is I think the most important one, because we can talk about personal branding. We can talk about, there are so many courses about personal branding, but there is a deeper problem. If you don't develop an entrepreneurial mindset, you will act always as a self-employed.
Or
So,
employee.
or employee. So you will go to present yourself. Uh, Please, can you hire me? I have an incredible program. I play this and that. I would like to play for you. And people, and maybe some artistic director or theaters or whatever you want, they will tell you about. Sorry, can you tell us about your community? How many followers do you have on Facebook? Can you tell us? Can you tell us how you can
Attract people.
attract people? How we can sell tickets? So, I,
Let's say like nobody knows you in that particular place where you want to play concert. Let's say you just sent cold emails, right? Cold emails is like you send to somebody that you don't know, you never met, and you just want to expand your horizons. Like you want to have more contacts and you want to have more invitations from concert organizers. So you would send like 300, 4,000. It doesn't like it's the sky's the limit. It depends on like each person how many emails he or she wants to send.
exactly.
And so you send these cold emails and you say, I am so and so, I won such and such competition, I am great, here are my YouTube videos, here are my recordings, invite me, hire me. And then you would never hear back from these people, and you would wonder why so. Didn't they like me? What is the reason they
So
didn't
many
invite me?
Just a second, and if they reply, say we will let you know, and the problem is
Ah,
that you give
this is
up.
like
So you don't even know what it means handle an objection. You don't know what it means follow up. So you receive a no. Okay, they told me no, but
Or
you
you don't even receive no. You don't
exactly.
receive anything.
But when you receive a no, there are a certain kind of people. They say okay, they told me no, and other people they say no is the beginning of the negotiation.
exactly,
So
exactly.
but how do I learn this thing? There are special strategies you can learn
And
this thing.
techniques.
It's full of books, but the problem is okay, I don't know where to start. That's why we have this ebook that helps you to find the way and walk
Or
with
at
your feet.
least kind of lay out for you some areas where you would need some profound knowledge, or not profound knowledge, but where you would need to explore more. Let's put it this way.
Let's say we imagine that this ebook will open your horizons. For example, as you said, Francesco, there are so many people that think about no's as they are a wall in front of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, can you say how to be proactive, how to understand how to handle no's, how to manage how to manage interaction, how to manage objections? The art of selling is a very important topic in this ebook. Tell us
So
more.
absolutely. I will not deep into this in the ebook. I will not deep into this topic 100%, but I will give you the tools to go and look for the material that you need. But now, just to talk about what does it mean to handle an objection? What does it mean to sell? To sell, it means to serve first of all. So you need to understand the prospect needs and fulfill the needs. Okay,
And
so
the prospect in this regards is the concert organizer or the artistic director of the festival. That is like the person you want to convince to invite you to hire you.
exactly. And so the first question that you have to ask to yourself is what my music is, what kind of need I am fulfilling with my music. So instead of going to an artistic director and say, you know, my music is beautiful because of that. What kind of music your public likes like? What kind of repertoire do you usually play in your concert hall? And so you get informations, and according to this information, you build your presentation to this information that you got. First thing, when you receive a no, you have to handle the objection. But how to do it? It's like playing chess. When you play chess, and you are an amateur chess player, you think what you have to do. You don't know what to do actually, and you, oh, maybe if I move the knight here, you can just think few moves in the future. But professional chess player, they don't think when they are playing. They know exactly what to do because they were studying what other masters they did in that particular situation. So they know that for this particular situation, there is this particular move that is more effective by 90% than another one. So
But Francesco, let's stop a little bit on the first point. I think it's very important. Also, in these days, we released a new post series that is Smart Musicians Only on SM. And there are few posts related to this specific topic that is very important for handling objections, that is active listening.
absolutely,
Exactly.
absolutely. A great
How important is active listening?
salesman, absolutely, a great salesman is the one that can listen. Listen, it means understand informations, to take informations. More information you have, better it is, and better you can handle the objections. I was saying before about the playing chess. Um, of course, you know that there are certain moves to do, so you're not actually just repeating things. It's like being a martial artist. You know that you can throw a punch like this or a kick another way, but at the end, when you are fighting, you become creative, so you can use your moves or your weapons creatively. The same thing is in handling objection. Let's do, for example, an example. If somebody is telling me, thank you, but we are not interested, what you gonna say? Thank you, are not interested. There
You
is,
know, majority of us, yeah, we will be like, very, very sad, and like that would be the end of the conversation. We would be like discouraged,
absolutely,
right?
absolutely. But you can maybe say, of course, how can you be interested?
You
You
don't
don't have
know
enough
anything
information.
about it.
You don't have enough information. How can you be interested? Let me show you something, or let me tell you more about my project. So this is an example how to handle an objection. Or, for example, another objection can be for musician. We don't have enough budget,
Yeah.
for example, or we need to talk. We need to talk with.
Or we
With
already
the,
have our season booked,
exactly.
so we will call you or call us next year or
Exactly.
something.
To handle this objection, it actually is very easy. Read the book. You will find all the possible solutions, and practice. It's like playing piano. You have to practice with your friend, practice with your brother and sister, how to handle objection. You will see that the beginning is going to be very, very difficult, but after you will start to to be more confident. It's like when you are reading a recipe, you are cooking. At the beginning, it's very difficult. You have to always check how many grams, how many how many eggs,
Milliliters,
etc., etc. But at the end, imagine you are working in a restaurant. You make tan 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 1 2 3 4 5 cooked ready. You don't need to look to the recipe. Doesn't make sense.
anymore. Yeah.
Let's
You
say
can
also
even
that
invent and be
as a
creative.
let's say also that as classical musicians, it's very easy for us to use knowledge and use rules that we learned and use them with freedom. It's very easy for us. Then you have to learn all these, handling objections, reaction. You understand the rules, you understand how to move, and then you can personalize them, understand how
Absolutely.
to move in each situation.
I would like to ask Francesco to give us a little insight of each chapter. So let's start doing like chapter after chapter.
Yeah,
Can you talk a
of
little bit
of
about like
course,
each one of them?
of course. For example,
Because we have the question from our dear Alex. Where should we start from? So like
fir-
guide us.
first of all, read the book.
Yeah.
This is the first thing that you have to do. Read the book, and after it, you will find your way. So the first chapter is about developing an entrepreneurial mindset, as we said, is the first thing that you have to do. And how to do it, you have to start reading new content, be listen to new ideas, stay together with people. They are no musicians, so
Risk.
yeah, that's a different story. Risk
Yeah,
is another thing. Sorry, here we are just this is the beginning. So just to understand, there is something wrong. We need to stay in contact with other kind of content. Okay,
like
so
expose yourself to as
exa-
much information as possible.
exactly, exactly. So this is the first chapter. The second chapter is promoting your music in a digital age. This is very important nowadays. If you
Can
are
you talk a little bit about what is the digital age? I think some of our, people from the audience, they don't understand what you're talking about.
yes, I'm actually trying to say, please. So, the digital age. We are living in a digital age. It means that we are always on social media. We are always on social media. If you have a company, if you are a musician, and you are not on social media, you don't exist. And so, it's fundamental. It's vital to understand that if you don't build a community online, you don't exist. um, and how to promote yourself in a digital age. You have to give value. You have to create content, no stop. And this doesn't mean that you have to produce one video per day, because at the same time, there are other companies like um, Coca-Cola or Red Bull or Ferrari, whatever you want. They are working to attract the attention of your potential clients, your potential prospects. So you have to constantly work. But I don't have time. Just a second. If you don't have time, what we are talking about? There are businessmen. They
Can
are
I say one
owner.
second,
Yeah.
Francesco? 1 second. These musicians that are always saying like, "I don't have time," they are practicing like the whole day. But how? Few notes and checking their phone on social media. 2 notes on their piano and then scrolling on their social media pages. And then they after they are saying, "I don't have time." This is your time management skills.
Absolutely.
And another thing I would like to note, if you would check Le Salon de la Musique's Instagram page, and occasionally we also post this information on our Facebook page, we are posting those, it calls like 3 simple hacks. So these 3 simple hacks series is exactly like that very, very, concentrated excerpt for you guys to guide you, or at least give you some directions where to go and where to search for the information. Right, exactly about Antonia was saying, like time management, manage your social media platforms, your presence, your social media presence, then creating the content for social media, how to manage that content, how to manage, your audience, everything. So it's like every day we post like a very valuable, like piece of information, piece of wisdom on our Instagram page, so go and check it out.
How
And
is important to improve your digital identity? How is
Yeah.
important to improve your public speaking, your, I don't know, uh,
Absolutely.
your selling skills.
Mhm.
These are
Exactly. But when you
exactly.
say you don't have time, you are just lying. I mean, there are people, they are businessmen, or they are mothers, full-time mothers. They have these full-time jobs. They wake up at 4 a.m. to go to the gym. The question is, why do you go to the gym? Because you believe that it's important for your body. If you don't have a strong body, you cannot be productive.
And good health, yes.
Okay, so you believe that taking care of your body it's important. So you are telling me that you don't believe that taking care of your financial education is not important, or you telling me that working on stay updated with the technology, learning new skills is not important? It's not important reading, so you cannot find some time for you to read even 1 hour. That's you're lying. You're lying to yourself first of all. So if you don't understand this, we cannot do anything for you. So if you don't have time, find it. Everybody finds time for what they believe is important. So this is the first thing.
And how to find time during your day? Start planning.
Exactly. And
Start your, exactly.
if you cannot plan, hire somebody that helps you to do it. Your
Yeah.
life will change completely.
Oh, Igor,
Ciao,
hi.
Igor.
And we have Ivan asking question. And Carrie says, I so respect your musical gifts. God bless you in Jesus. Thank you very
Thank you so
much.
much. Thank you.
Thank you. And so we have Ivan. So we have the question. Hi, do you have any recommendation of classical music for toddlers since I go to kindergarten to do my practice? So Francesco, do you have any advice for Ivan how to, uh, present some classical music to kindergarten toddlers?
You,
You
you,
know,
you
Fantasia by
absolutely,
Disney.
absolutely.
Fantasia.
There
This
yeah.
are
is
some
yeah.
there are so many content online for free, like
Or the Peter and
Peter
the
and the
Wolf,
Wolf.
yeah, by
Exactly,
Prokofiev. Yes,
exactly.
yes.
There are so many, and even if they are not, I mean, there are. You can always find paintings. You can find images or even videos. They are not related particularly with the piece of music. You can combine them and create your own story to show to the kids. It's very important. Kids, they should be always in contact
Classical
with
music.
classical music.
Yeah.
So what we are talking about,
We're
You know
talking.
what
the
I want to
creativity is very
say?
important. Huh?
One second, one second. Ivan, we had in these days a new post series also on Instagram that combines visuals and music, classical music. These visuals are very evocative. They reminds the video games CGI artists, and they can be very attractive for younger generation. Then you can leverage all this, also
Something
these
that
kind
I
of
can
tools.
play.
Something that you can play. I mean,
But you don't need to play.
No,
You can just put it on your laptop, and they will be happy to see it.
okay.
Sometimes I
yeah,
play.
why not?
Sometimes I play it on my laptop for my students when I'm teaching. Little ones. I just show them things on my computer or even on my phone. It doesn't really matter for them. It's enough that it's really engaging. So they, for example, if I want to explain them what organ is or what violin is or whatever, like I just show it to them so they can see the picture and they also can hear the sound. And I explain them like how to produce that sound, what causes the sound.
So we were saying about living in the digital age. You
Mm-hmm.
can say I don't have the cameras to make the videos. Everybody nowadays has a phone with a camera, and that
Smartphone, yes.
exactly, and that camera is more than enough to start creating content. Second thing that you might say is I don't have the microphones. You can find nowadays a microphone for $50, and it's pretty good microphone. If you don't have even $50, you can convince maybe your friends to help you in your project. And here comes your ability and skill to sell. To sell, it means to convince people to believe in your ideas in your project. You can create a crowdfunding campaign. You can find billion of solutions. There is no right and a wrong way. You just have to be creative, and to be creative you have to read a lot. To When you read, you are not just learning information, you are start changing the way how you think.
Because if
Okay.
you read those books, there are plenty of examples like how these people were like making their first money, and you can apply their ways and modify them a little bit, and make them like work for you. So there are really, and based on what you like, first maybe you would copy, right? Because nothing would just cross your mind, but then after you do it enough time, then you would be amazed like how many ideas you will have like coming out of nowhere. You would be like, why didn't I think about it before? And
Guys, I had an idea. But
uh-huh.
guys, do you want that maybe we can create a new post series with business book suggestions? Maybe
Yeah,
it
I
can be
think that would be
useful.
Absolutely.
great.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
That
Absolutely.
would be wonderful, because there are so many business books that that musicians can use.
yeah.
I've spoken to some musicians, and I asked them, oh guys, did you read this book, did you read that book? And they were like, yeah, I read it, but it's not related to classical music, so I didn't know like how should I use it. And I'm like, okay.
So we were saying about the creating content. You don't know how to use the softwares to edit videos. That's why there is YouTube. Go in YouTube and search how to edit a video with Final Cut, or with LumaFusion, or with iMovie. There are billion of softwares. You
We
just
did
need
also
to
a
read.
post to explain how to use
Huh?
LumaFusion. Go and check our Instagram page.
Absolutely, absolutely. So it's very easy. For example, you might say, um, I don't know, what can you say? Nothing. You just need to start. Come on, go
Work,
ahead and
just
start.
start.
Also what is important, and everybody who is doing the social media seriously, they all saying that in unison, the consistency. Like it doesn't
Absolutely.
really matter, like us musicians, we are perfectionists, and it's true. And we all were there like, oh, if I will play and make a recording of myself, and it will not be like at the highest standard that I aim for, then it's just will be rubbish. Like, people will criticize me, they will not like me, so I will just make myself miserable.
Absolutely.
But the problem is, nowadays there's so much content over there, and there are no, like, maybe 1% of the public is really, will be there to criticize you. The rest would just enjoy
But
the content that you produce.
that's true.
You
But
know,
Antonia,
the
just a
first
second.
rules in business is better done than perfect.
Very
It's
good.
scientifically proven that perfectionism doesn't increase performance. Then don't stop yourself because you are a perfectionist.
Yeah, the
Because
more you do it, the better you will become. And even if your video or the recording that you've done would not be like at the highest, your highest possible level that you yourself, that you can play at, it doesn't really matter, because with this consistency you will build yourself an audience, and finally when you will come to them and play, um, you can prepare yourself for that moment, but at the same time you will already have the audience that will come and pay money to buy a ticket for your concert.
Everything is true. I would like just to say that you cannot wait that all the lights become red at the same time.
red or
Uh,
green.
Become green, not red.
sorry, become green. You cannot wait. You have to start and learn by doing things. You have to start creating content. you will make mistakes. Maybe nobody will watch your videos at the beginning, but look what we've done with the Salon de la Musique. At the beginning there were no one watching our videos, and now we have 500,000 followers. 500,000 followers. They are listening to the music. They are supporting us. We built an incredible community, but it took time. I don't have time. Always the same problem. How many years you spent to learn how to play the piano?
And you see, we didn't start too early. If we would start like 15 years ago, imagine that we could have achieved by now. And really, we started like relatively late, comparing to other people and other musicians. And still, the more you do, the faster you go.
Absolutely. And when you say, for example, I don't have the money to buy, for example, the cameras, I don't have a good piano to record. I don't have a good instrument, can be a violin or a tuba, whatever you want. Maybe you can start to go and make some money. How to make some money? You have to understand what can you give to others. You are a teacher. You can create some merchandising. You can create start your own band and start to go and play in restaurants. I don't know.
You
You
can
can play
create
in
your
the street
NFT
if you.
collection
Huh?
in the digital era, in the 3.0 era. You can create your NFT collections. We have
Absolutely.
explained
Just a
it,
second,
how to do
Antonia.
it.
Just a second. That's true. But before you arrive to talk about NFTs, you have to understand that you have to change something in your mind. NFTs is not something, I mean, that you can start with. I was saying something easier. So to huh?
But it's a life changer, really.
No, it's true. It's true. What I was saying is about, for example, just teaching, and
Mhm.
I don't have students. I don't know how to find students. Stop practicing. Go out. Go and meet people that live in your community. Go in a restaurant instead of eating at home because you say it's cheaper. Go and for lunch with friends that you never. I mean, friends you never talked with. You can call them and say, "Hey, how are you doing? How are you? Let's go to have lunch together." You never know what kind of opportunities you will have knowing new people. Maybe they have friends, they have kids, and they want to play the piano. So you say, "I'm saving money eating at home," but actually, if you spend some money going out for lunch with some friend or other or new people, you will make more money later. So you see, the way of thinking has to change. Or for example, um, go to concert hall, present yourself, talk with people. We've been here at Dallas Symphony many times. You never know who you can
Meet.
meet. I was talking Italian with Anna, and one really nice gentleman stopped us. "Oh, you're Italian, huh?" We started to talk. And, it's incredible. You have to go out. You cannot stay always and practice at home. Of course, it's good to practice. It's true, absolutely. If you don't practice, you can't play. But at least find the time to go out to meet new persons.
New
That's
people.
very important.
And also today we have social media. It's very important, it's vital to express yourself through social media. It's the first step in your personal branding journey. Express yourself. It's not about one tweet. It's not about a post. It is about expressing your essence as a musician,
Absolutely.
express your essence as an artist, express your essence as a human being. It's personal branding. It's vital. I started working in a factory.
It's Anthony.
It's Anthony, yeah,
It's-
because he's commenting under the video that we are streaming on the group of the pianists, La Salon de la Musique pianists. So he's commenting from there. So we don't see his name, but I just looked at it's him. Hello, Anthony.
So
So yeah, he's for those who don't know, we already had Antonia. He's the director of Bridwell Library of SMU, and he was already one of our guests in a SM Classic community call. And so he is sometimes he watches our direct live shows and commenting and writes very very funny comments. That's why he says book factory, because he's a librarian.
so we say you can work on Instagram, give some ideas how to play this the piano in with a special technique, how to solve the trills, you have to give value, and also you can talk with people online, send a message. How are you? Happy birthday! But it's not my birthday. Just wanted to know if you remember that when is your birthday. By the way, how are you? Let's talk together a little bit. So you have to stop being afraid of asking or talking with other people. That's the most important thing, because we were always staying in our little room practicing scales. That's everything is perfect. But this, without creating a network, is pointless. You can play for your grandma at home if you have one. That's it. That's the truth. I know that it's difficult, but that's the truth. So let's move on. For example, you can create your an event. For example, you can rent a concert hall, a small concert hall. You can start inviting your friends, your family. Your family will invite other people, their friends, their kids, and play for free. Yes, but I'm not making money playing for free. But you can always find new students. Maybe at the concert, a family with 11 kids will come to your concert, and they will say, "Oh my
Family with
God, such
11
an
kids.
incredible pianist, such an incredible violinist! I would like that you become the teacher for piano teacher for
My kids.
my kids. When can we start?" So you see, give for free. Don't work for money. Only poor people they work for money. What is really important to do is build connections and work for assets. What is an asset? An asset can be real estate, can be a business, can be a community. Le Salon de la
Or
Musique.
NFT
Yeah, if you have an NFT that
is an asset.
is an asset, because there are NFTs that are not, definitely. An asset is everything that brings money into your pocket. Okay, so
And liability is something that takes
takes,
money from you.
for example, a car, and that you pay this car every month. This is a liability. Even your house, I mean, is a liability. Even if you paid everything, try don't pay the taxes, property taxes, and let's see what happened to your house. You see, they will take it from you. So you believe that you are the owner of the house, but in reality, you are not. Anyway, another example.
Let's move to the hotel.
Huh?
Let's move to the
Hey,
hotel.
so we said organizing concert, ask your friend to play with you, for example, organizing a festival, can be selling online courses you create with your video, with your camera. Nowadays with an iPhone you can make incredible videos, make a course.
You see, guys,
Yeah.
what is the difference between creating the course and teaching online? When you create the course, you can record your lessons or whatever. It can be course not only on piano playing, it can be course just about different topics. Like, for example, I'm passionate about the music history, music literature. I really enjoy, learning some interesting stories, about some compositions or composers, or like that time where they were creating something. So if I would want to, I would create like a course that I would pack into like several lessons and stuff, and then I would advertise it. That course would become an asset because I can sell it multiple times. and I
Absolutely.
don't have to work multiple
You
times for that.
create once
I
and you
created
can
once
sell.
and then I sell it as many times as people buy it. While if I am teaching online or private lesson, doesn't matter. I am spending time. I am paid for it, of course, but I am spending my time every time. You see the
Absolutely.
difference?
You are working for money.
Exactly. And or I create an asset that will bring money to my pocket.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
A video can be an asset. I mean, if you have the monetization on in YouTube, a video can be an asset. So work on your brand, start to become famous in your community. People will start to look to your videos. If they don't come to look to your videos in your website, send your videos to them. I just made a video. I would like to know your opinion. I would like to know what if some friend that might be interested in listening to it. Start to talk. It's very important to create human relationship in this world of digital world. It's very important to know how to use the tools, but we don't have to forget that we are humans and we have to build connection, human connections.
And
Yeah.
for example, today there are so many tools to leverage to contact people and to create this kind of human connections. For example, if you believe that you can really make the difference and you really can add value in this society, there are many tools. For example, express your opinion in a newsletter, pack this newsletter and send it to your mailing list. But all these kind of tools that we are talking about are in a second step. The first step is creating your community. How? Start interacting online, expose yourself to, social media, express your opinion as a musician, as an artist, as a professional, also on different topics that are not related directly to classical music.
But I don't
Just
have time. I don't have time.
one second.
I am.
Why you don't have time if you spend so much time scrolling passively on social media, just like like an idiot scrolling down and scrolling
You are
down?
used by social media. That's the thing. You are used
This is
instead
a
of
dopamine machine. You have to understand how to leverage social media, not how to be a victim of it.
It's like, the same medicine, it can save your life, but it also can ruin your life if you are taking too much of it. You
Exactly.
see? Yeah.
Absolutely. So let's say now you have enough money to start build your project. Of course, you cannot start creating $1 million company, but at least you can start. I mean, open your school, or for example, can be open a small
Or create
concert.
your own festival.
Yes,
Or the concert series.
etc. But you don't have the knowledge how to manage this thing, and so your project will fall. Why? Because you didn't invest in the most important thing that you have is your
So,
education. Is your education. So start to read new content, start to ask questions to yourself. How can I do it? And go to Google it. Nowadays, you can learn everything for free online. Go on YouTube. How to do this? How to do that? How to create, for example, a video course? How to write a letter? This is very important. How to write a business plan? Because, for example, everybody has $1 million idea, but you don't know how to make it real. You need money. You need to contact some investor, or you need to ask money to the bank for a project. You go there. I play Beethoven and Mozart. It's
you don't know how to create a financial projection.
exactly.
This is crucial because everybody has a great idea in his mind, in her mind, but how and how much actually this idea will create in profit? You can
Absolutely.
measure it.
But guys, I don't want that you are afraid of this world,
That it seems
business,
too
yeah,
complicated, too
business
complex.
plan, projection.
Financial projections.
Of course, come on, guys. See, you play Wallstein Sonata,
Oh,
you play Hammer
Hammerklavier.
Clavier, you play whatever you want. You worked for years, and your brain can absorb and elaborate informations that are unbelievable for 90% of the population. So, guys, you just need to start.
If you
So,
can do that, you can easily do also this.
absolutely. Start from watching a video on YouTube, and or for example, reading a book. With
There are. I also. Sorry, I interrupt you. I wanted to add to what Francesco just said. Uh, and I just want to share my feelings, because I also was there when I would think like, yeah, I kind of need it. I kind of need this information and this kind of education. But then, because I am a perfectionist, and because I think like, if you want to know something, it has to be a very profound knowledge. So I was even thinking about like, oh, I need to get another degree just in order to know this information. You see, my thinking was like, I was overly complicating things. Instead, you like, don't think that all of these people, they have like financial or degree in economics, finances, business and stuff. They don't, like, majority of them, they don't have it. But they might get it afterwards, when they already don't need it, like when they already can run successfully, can run a business, or a startup or whatever. So uh you can get some, those portions of information that you personally need to fulfill, the gap in your education. You don't need to get another degree. You don't need to go to have like online courses for how like for 6 months. You might get like one course, like for one day, for 2 days, for 3 days, maximum a week. But I mean, you don't really need that much information that you think you need. That's
And
what.
let's say also that business management degree is not real business.
Exactly.
This is the point, because
Then you
in
spend so
all
much
these
time to get that
institutions,
degree,
you
and then
will not
it's
you will
useless.
not learn how to run a business.
absolutely, but just a second. You say you don't learn how to run a business, but do you actually believe that having a degree makes you a better musician? This is the another question. Do you think that degree makes you you can demonstrate that you are a great musician? Absolutely not. You can take your degree and put it on the wall. That's it. What you can do is build a community, build your public, start to create content every day. The question is, when was the last video that you recorded? But I need so many microphones. I need this guy that is very expensive. Come on, guys. What has to change is something in our mind. I know it's difficult. I know it's tough. Everybody, we were in the same sinking ship. You know,
Mm-hmm.
everybody. Yeah. How would you say? Yeah.
Yeah, both.
Yeah. Exactly. So, guys, if you have any question, write in the comment. Also, send us a message.
Yeah.
We will give you a free copy of the ebook. It's very easy to consume. It's just less than 30 pages, but will give you a general vision of what you need to do. And after, take some time to think, take some time to stay with yourself and say, what do I want in my life? What do I want to do with the music? I want to take care of my family with the music. I want to take care of myself, and I want to change something in my life. I don't want to always, teach for $10 or $20 entire life and be with this rope on my neck for the rest of my life. So we are
And
here.
if you have a specific topic that you want to know, write us, because we are creating everyday content that are already organized for you, for your fruition, then write us a message.
Then you can
And
consume it very quickly. It's like a very, 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 you know, very short extract, and so you read it. It's like your like a portion of wisdom, like a day. But if you would like to get more insight from like a certain topic that like interests you the most, just write us a message, and even if we don't know something, we will find out about it, or we will find somebody who knows, and we will invite that person as a guest, and we will ask all the questions. So
at
you guys know that here in Le Salon de la Musique you have a community of friends that we are learning every day, and we would like you to join us in this process and this journey of learning things, because we were in your shoes. That's we know what how you feel exactly.
Exactly. And also these already packed contents that we are releasing every day allows you to expose yourself daily to different information. For example, today the new post is about personal branding, and I'm doing my personal branding stuff. Yes or not? And the second day, how to increase, how to improve your public speaking. I have to work on this maybe. And then you are constantly exposing yourself to different informations. And this is our mission for here at Le Salon de la Musique. And then we want to, uh, expand ourselves, and we want to give you the right tools to expand yourself too.
Absolutely. And if you have, some specific question, you can also write a message to our personal profiles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Francesco, Antonia, Anna, I have a question. What does it mean? Because I didn't understand what you meant during
The life.
the live, during the community call or whatever. Send us a message. We are here 24 hours. We are always with the phone in our hand. So,
always.
Well, if we're not sleeping.
no, I mean,
We're sleeping.
no, but just as, how many times you wake up in the night, you check your phone? I mean,
There are time zones. If you want to contact Francesco and Anna, they are in Dallas.
7 hours
If you
difference
want-
with Antonia. So while she's sleeping, we are active. When we are sleeping, she's active. So we are like, we can say
24-hour
24/7.
active.
Yeah, we are
Exactly.
active, exactly.
support 24 hours.
Yeah, 24-hour support. Yeah, so you guys don't feel like intimidated, or don't hesitate to write us, because we know how you feel, and so we know step by step guide how to get where you want to get. For example, there are different goals in a life. For example, some people, they say, okay, my biggest goal is to organize a festival. That's what I aim for. I don't want to be like Donald Trump. I don't want to have a real estate and all these kind of stuff. I just want to run my own festival, and that's fine. I mean,
I don't believe it's fine, personally.
it is fine, because maybe once you overcome that, and once you finally organize and put in like founded your own festival, you would think, oh, I am capable
That's
of
true.
doing that. Maybe I can do something more.
That's true,
You
but
know,
there is one very important thing. Do you know the 10x rule? The 10x rule says that if you put your
Yeah.
goals too low, you will stay
You
there.
will
So
have the
when
right
you
to
say,
do
I
it.
don't want to become like Donald Trump, or I don't want to become that and that, you are cutting your legs just because you said that you will never be something. You never know. Let's say I will start doing my festival. Okay, I have this time. I have these people working with me. I don't have these people working with me, so I need to find them. So start to make a strategy. Take a piece of paper and write down the things that you have to do every day. and never say you cannot do
You
something.
know, when you were saying that, I just recalled the phrase from the Heinrich Neuhaus book, the Art of the Piano Playing. He was saying that only wishing for impossible you can reach possible.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So yeah, well, but maybe for somebody, having their own festival is something already impossible. So that's why I said
It's
that.
impossible because they think it's impossible.
Yes, but
Because they think it's impossible. That's the biggest problem. That's the biggest problem. If you
okay, guys, everything is possible.
No, but it's true. Come on, guys, it's true.
Everything is
Of
possible.
course, we are not here promising that you will do your you will make your dreams come true tomorrow. Of course not. You need to sweat blood every day.
Exactly. The 10x rule. The fact is that to achieve something impossible, you have to put a massive effort to.
Absolutely,
Yeah, what was Coco Chanel said? If you don't have something, if you want to have something you don't have, you have to do something you never. No, if you want to have something you've never had before, you have to do something that you've never done before. Yeah.
Exactly.
absolutely. And if you do exactly what the other do, you will have what the
The
others
same
have.
result.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And here I have a little story that I would like to read for you, but I don't know if actually it's a good idea to do it now. I wanted
Maybe next time.
Maybe next
to
time,
read it
yeah,
next time, but
yeah.
it's very very important. It's talking about there is a fire into the farm, you know, and in this farm there were some animals that didn't want to go away from the farm because they said here they take care they take care of us, they provide food for us, and so the routine, the night and day, it's comfortable. I prefer stay here. And after, boom. Mhm. So
It's a teaser trailer in Francesco's performance. Boom.
boom, exactly, boom. You are not here anymore in this world.
Thank you, Jason. So Jason is sharing, believe in yourself, believe in your dream. God placed that dream in you. Believe in it.
Absolutely.
Yes, yes, you're absolutely right. We
These
have,
are wonderful walls. Like
yeah,
God put these dreams in you. It's
yeah.
fantastic.
But just a second. God wants exactly that you. He wants that you make your dream true. He doesn't want that you have to suffer. God is life for who believe in God,
It's
etc.
energy.
Whatever you want in energy, there is life and death. God wants that you realize your dreams. God wants that the life expand. If you don't expand, you how to say you contract yourself until you die. You have to expand, you have to work for your dreams, but first of all you have to believe it's possible.
And you have to have a dream. That's also, some people they don't have a dream. That's also very interesting.
Let's
Sometimes
say
you ask,
just in general, maybe expansions in general, because it's like we are stuck in our cage, and just the fact that we are expanding ourselves and we are destroying our limits, I think is a great goal.
yeah.
And
And
maybe this expansion process can allow you to understand what your dream is, maybe, then start your journey.
yeah, and also I would like to before we
Five
close,
five
I
minutes.
would like to ask you, do you know this guy they jumped from the plane with a parachute? They Do you think that if they would think for a moment
I
what they
don't
are
know
actually
what is the
doing?
story about the guy who's jumped
No,
from.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Uh, if I would be, for example, a guy that jumps from a plane, if I start when I'm in the moment of jumping from the plane, if I start to think what hell
You mean the
I'm doing,
skydiving?
yes, exactly,
Okay.
what the hell I'm doing now, I will never jump. So just jump. Of course, put the parachute. Try to understand the basic of doing things.
Read the instructions.
Exactly, exactly. Of course, prepare
Where is
yourself.
this ring? Where?
Absolutely. Prepare yourself, educate yourself. But when you are in the moment of jumping, you have you have to do it. Just do it. Don't start
Just
to
do it is a very
overthink.
famous slogan.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Just
By,
do it. Yeah. Just jump.
Okay.
thank you
Yeah,
guys.
okay, guys. So yeah, thank you very much for being with us. We will close now, and again, so for those of you who are interested in the book, just send us a message. Also, send us a message. If you have any questions regarding all these topics that we were discussing today, don't wait another year, another month, another week. Just start now,
Absolutely. And also the ebook is 30 pages, less than 30 pages. It's free, and you don't have any more time to wait. Just
Waste.
exactly.
Hmm.
Don't wait. Take the book, read it, and after do what you want.
Yeah, so before we close, a word from our sponsor.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.